Tonight on CTV News, Aspen, Colorado is now 100% powered from renewable energy. Plus, a pro BMX biker was showing off his skills at CSU. Hear what he had to say about the up-and-coming sport of flatland BMX. And later, we preview CTV's new comedy show, Sort of Sketchy. All this and more on CTV. Good evening, Rams, and thanks for tuning in to tonight's show of CTV. I'm Cymes.
And I'm Molly Baltzer.
A stunning Colorado mountain town just became even more appealing. The city of Aspen is now 100% renewable, and while its energy usage footprint is small, the impact on other Colorado communities is big. Water, sunshine, and wind power the trees, and now the city of Aspen, thanks to the Director of Utilities and Environmental Initiatives, David Hornbacher, who oversaw the completion of a decade-long project to achieve 100% renewability.
So our final renewable energy mix, our portfolio that keeps this town 100% renewable energy and green and the lights on and reliable and low cost, is 53% wind, 46% hydroelectric, and 1% landfill gas.
Since the 1980s, Aspen has been developing sources of renewable energy to ward off the effects of climate change, like a diminishing number of frost days, in a project called the Canary Initiative.
Something we are very sensitive to, just like the canary in the mine shaft, and so we're taking action to create a pathway not only for this community, but hopefully it inspires other communities to really look at what their impact is and to take a responsible course to try and change that.
In Fort Collins, goals for carbon emission reduction by 2020 and 100% renewability by 2050 can seem far off.
That truck is not renewably powered at this point in time.
Through small steps, Energy Services Manager John Fellon hopes to take Fort Collins to the next level of renewability.
There isn't going to be a single silver bullet for any of these solutions, be it in the efficiency realm or in renewable energy. It's more like silver BBs. So it's going to need homeowners to participate in programs, businesses, as well as sort of community solar and utility scale. Really, all of the above are going to need to be part of the solution in order to reach both our short-term and longer-term targets.
The steps Fort Collins is taking in regards to activating its local resources, as well as working with a larger provider, parallels what Aspen did to achieve its level of renewability.
Both communities are part of a national energy efficiency competition called the Georgetown University Energy Prize, which we've called here locally the Lose a Walk campaign. So a little friendly competition with our friends in Aspen, and again, kudos to them for reaching that 100% level.
With CTV News, I'm Cymes. A $5 million prize will be given to the community that is selected for the Georgetown University Prize. The competition is not judged on the type of energy used, renewable or not, but on the steps being taken in each community towards innovation and education to achieve a more energy-efficient bill.
If you've headed north on Shields, you've probably noticed the major construction causing detours at Vine Street. The city of Fort Collins is working on a new roundabout at the intersection of Vine and Shields, and on October 2nd, the next phase of construction will begin. Vine Drive will be closed for 3 weeks, and once construction is done, the roundabout will improve safety and efficiency for vehicles, bicycles, and pedestrians. The city of Fort Collins reminds you to always drive safely and with caution around construction zones. A professional BMX rider gave students here at Colorado State a one-of-a-kind experience this past weekend that included a meet and greet. He also showed students what flatland BMX is all about.
Terry Adams, a professional flatland BMX rider, took to CSU's campus this past weekend to show students what the sport is all about. The Red Bull-sponsored athlete flew in from Memphis, Tennessee to do a campus tour at Colorado State.
Yeah, what's cool about the campus tours is that I'm just kind of going around finding the flattest spot that I can ride and kind of doing my thing. It's not like a set organized show where I'm going on at a certain time. Half the time, most of the students that end up watching me have no clue who I am or what I'm doing here.
Adams had a chance to explain to students what flatland BMX is.
More of the artistic side of riding. So it's basically coming up with different tricks and performing them on the flat ground. So the easiest way to describe flatland is kind of like breakdancing on a bike, I would say.
Terry was 16 when he began entering competitions. Since then, he has won a gold medal from the X Games in 2005 and one of the most prestigious awards in his sport, the Ride BMX Magazine's #1 Ride Award. While working for Red Bull, he travels the U.S. showing people this one-of-a-kind sport. Adams has some advice for those who are wanting to get started.
Advice would be to find a crew that rides. Flatland has a huge online presence, so the simplest thing to do is like go on a Flatland website, flatmatters.com, or any BMX site, and find out where the closest group of riders are, because that's pretty much how you're going to stay motivated, is meeting up with friends and riding, you know.
If you have questions for Terry about Flatland BMX, you can contact him on his Twitter @TerryAdamsBMX.
Fort Collins Brewery is taking home some hardware. They won a gold medal at the 2015 Great American Beer Festival for their fall seasonal draft, Oktoberfest. The beer was one of 6,000 brews featured at the festival and beat out 47 other entries in the German-style Oktoberfest category. Oktoberfest is described as a beer that unleashes the complexity and depth of a Vienna, Munich, and caramel malts that create its distinctive aroma and